Right, let's add the marker then. Unbroken Bonds, aka the last set before rotation kills everything. I know I'm like doom in this rotation a lot, but oh my god, it's gonna be annoying. So yeah, let's just try and enjoy these ones while we can, eh? What would you like?
Heads, please.
You got it.
Okay, I will go first.
Okay. I do have a basic. Good stuff. Alright, good luck. Got you draw?
Ultra Ball this... Oh, right. Yeah, no I didn't. Yep.
Right.
Ultra Ball discarding Ultra Ball and... Oh, this is slightly awkward. I think we'll get rid of this skateboard.
Right, okay. Malamar, maybe?
Oh wait, no, that's not an acceptable option. Right, sorry.
Oh, unacceptable. Oh, did you get like an tool or something, or like a trainer instead?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Which may have already given away the game, but yeah. That is not a basic Pokemon.
Well, you can rest easy knowing you're not dying on turn 1 because I physically cannot get free energy in play on the first turn of the game, so there is at least that.
Question is, what's really good in this position right now? Guess we'll grab that.
Yep.
We'll put down a Buzzwole.
Ah, okay.
That would be funny, but I think that would make that too much of a threat if I did that. So, as much as I like to shrink down my hand first, we will Lily for 6.
Okay, yep. Seems good. Oh, it's this deck. Okay, right. Well, good job I didn't...
Skateboard on the Ditto.
Good job I didn't bring the Flareon thing then, huh? Because that would be very bad into the Slowking that your deck plays here. Yep.
Nest Ball,
Yeah,
Search.
Okay. Yeah, we haven't seen this one since the very first game that you played with Pepper, so I kind of forgot about this.
I did see a funny thing I could do, but I'm not sure if it's worth it, but it would be very funny. We'll do our Stellar Wish.
Yep.
I think I'll grab that for next turn.
Okay.
Probably should attach an energy, but what is the question?
That is always...
Okay, I'm going to reveal what I was going to do, which would have been funny.
Ha!
If you knocked out something, then...
I guess it hits for 60, yeah. If you don't Stellar Wish, because it puts itself to sleep.
Well, I could get it to 90. Well, 120.
Yeah, Choice Band, potentially, yeah.
But, again, it would be funny, but I'm not sure if that's the correct play here.
It does seem kind of awkward, but what do I know?
I'll put a Choice Band there, and we'll pass.
Yep, got the Sleep Flip. because it might matter. You might actually have to pay a retreat on this. You did get the heads, that's good. Right, we will start with our own nest ball. Honestly, no idea how this matchup is going to go, but it's not Reshi or Pika, so, like, I might have a chance. I mean, I can technically deal with Pika Ram, it's just not particularly easy. And they can just blow you out of the water, so, you know. Okay, that's a couple... 3 supporters prized, I think. It's kind of annoying. Could be worse, it's just like... would rather have those available, obviously. We will, of course, take another Gardevoir Sylveon. Yeah, right. So, from there, we are going to Pokegear. Just came back in this set, so pretty good. That is gonna net a supporter, but I don't know which one I want because there's like 3 of them in here. That's more than I would have been expecting. I think, almost against my better judgment in a way, I think I take the greens. I've got access to like basically any supporter out of that set that my deck would play, so I'm just like, I don't know if that's the one that I want, but I mean greens is obviously really good, so yep, Pokegear second time. That one can grab Cynthia. The one supporter I didn't have in the previous set, actually, and things actually. Okay, so we might as well kick this off with the new one over here. So, Green's Exploration, for anyone who hasn't seen this card before, absolutely insane, by the way. No abilities in play for me, so I can search my deck for any 2 trainer cards and put them into the hand, which is all kinds of gross. So, sorry?
Skyla, but better.
Yeah. Restricted, but still way better, yeah. So we're going to grab another new one, which I was hoping for in previous sets, Energy Spinner, because that seems really good right now. Since I am going second. And... I think Energy Switch is probably the play here. Do I need Energy Switch actually? No, because I have another greens in hand. I'm going to take another Nest Ball. Grab myself another Gardevoir Sylveon here. Because I'm looking at it going, if I need Energy Switch, I can take Energy Switch off a second greens next turn, right? So... Alright, Energy Spinner is Energy Surge, but slightly better on my first turn going second. 3 basic energy out of the deck here, so... we will do that. And I might as well grab the other 2 from Fairy Song just so I don't have to go back into the deck here whilst I'm at it, because this is going to be the attack that I use afterwards, so we'll just do that to save time here. So 1 can go there, these can go into hand. We will play down Lysander Labs to block tool effects. And yeah, Fairy Song. Search your deck for up to 2 fairy energies, attach them to your bench in any way that you like.
Cynthia?
Yep.
Oh, that lab's actually really annoying right now.
I bet it is. That's one of the reasons I've included it more instead of Power Plant here, because I figured it was going to be more disruptive in this this environment. Power Plant's better next set, but right now... it's like it stops you just using a skateboard, stops the choice band from doing damage. Yep, sounds good to me.
Stellar Wish.
Yep.
Is it that? Kinda has to be.
Okay. Yep.
Just get that out of harm's way. Well, you need to get that out of hand, need to get this out of hand.
That's a lot of tool cards, my god.
Yeah, I know, that's why this is really bad.
Oh dear.
Go ahead.
Yep. I won't make you flip for the sleep because this thing's not staying active actually, because I am just gonna straight Guzman that Slowking. Makes it easier because I can get the energy that you know I have already, and we will Kaleidostorm to shift one back, move my energy any way I want, and do 150 damage, which is kind of insane. Oh, okay.
I don't have much options right now.
And like you probably don't have a way of bumping the stadium, so like your skateboard is not exactly doing anything right now. So yeah, this makes more sense.
Well, he just Guzman, so I'll put the beast energy there.
Fair.
We'll Lily and keep the Cynthia for next
Yeah,
turn.
that sounds fair. Because you're effectively getting one less card, but you already have a supporter. So yep, and this is what the deck is made for. This guy comes in fairly well with a stadium card that comes up later on, but it's really strong even just now. Like Fossil Fangs is very, very nice. That is the third choice back. Jeez, okay.
Yeah, I mean, they aren't doing anything right now, so I might as well put them down, so...
Like, my goodness, this thing is doing a lot right now. Okay, we will draw. Okay, so I do have options. I feel really bad doing this, but I kind of have to. I have the other Guzman, so I'm gonna think that. Yeah, I feel bad, but I'm like, I have it from there. Yeah.
Oh, whoops, that's not
Lots
what
and
I meant
lots
to do.
of.
Yeah, that's... There's the issues.
No, they were all there. Oh god.
Like,
Yeah.
What am I meant to do?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd prize like 2 energy and free supporters and the max potions. Like the energy was fine. The free supporters was sort of annoying. It's like one of everything basically, 1 Cynthia, 1 Greens, 1 Mina. And then yeah, the max potion could have come up because if you don't like swing, if I can like energy move stuff around,
There's
probably
one
good.
still in there, but
Yeah, no, that's tough. That's really tough. Right, well, try again.
yeah.
Because, what order do you want things in?
You know, I think I want second this time.
Yeah. Sounds pretty good. Oh, that's a start, alright. Okay. Weird.
I don't like leading either of these.
Sounds about right for that sort of deck. Well, I don't like leading this, so you know, we're even. All right, we will draw the start. I mean, these are good draws at the very least. We'll have greens. Yeah, so the only reason I can't play the Xerneas Prism Star, even though it would actually be really good here, is because it's got an ability, right? It's got that like switch to the active when it switches to active, move energy to it sort of thing. So because it has an ability, it completely shuts off greens, which makes it like unusable, unfortunately. Okay, so we have that. Yeah, that is fine. We have that's all good. Those are around, which is fine. I think once again I prized 2 energy here, but whatever. I have seen worse. The problem is this guy doesn't even do enough damage to be like a one-shot on the Buzzwole here, which is depressing. Because like I'd be tempted to sort of go and get like a Mina play so I could potentially attack next turn, because I could get like Mina Energy Spinner or something and just get, you know, like enough energy around to attack. But he only does 120, which is not enough to kill this thing, so like, is it even worth it? Probably not. And I can't, with my current hand, get like a Kaleido Storm next turn. So, I think we just have to take the somewhat boring approach, if you will, and just get double Nest Ball. Just grab the... whoop, when the buttons let me do it, just grab the double Gardevoir Sylveon. Group them up. Maybe. Thank you. Right. Then I do not need this in this matchup, but I also do not want to get like shuffle drawed at some point, so I will just put the choice band down. I've not got a better tool anyway. I have an energy attach. I just don't know if it should go to Guardi or should go to this thing. Probably to Guardi, to be honest. Go ahead.
Okay, that makes things easier. Ultra Ball discarding Choice Band and Erica's Hospitality.
Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't expect the bench to really get much bigger from here, so Erica's for free is like fine, but if you've got Lily, then that's going to just be much better anyway.
Trying to punishment?
Yeah, that is a bit annoying.
Lily for 7?
Yep.
Fossil. Guzma and the other...
You have just Lily.
Oh, right. Yeah, no. Yep. Sorry, playing with not supporters yesterday.
Yep.
Brian is not computing.
That's alright.
I think there's nothing I can really do from here, which is the annoying bit. Guess we'll board the Jirachi and pass.
Yep, alright. Get ourselves ticked from the shrine.
I need every bit of damage I can at the minute.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, we'll draw. Alright, we might as well do the other greens then. So we will grab... where is it? Where is it? There it is. Grab ourselves a switch. Grab ourselves the labs. Because I feel like that's probably the best overall bet right now. So we'll bounce the stadium with our Lysander labs. Switch to this one. Attach to... probably still this one. And we will Fairy Song for our 2. And go ahead.
Field blower.
Okay, yep.
Yep, just...
Yeah.
I don't have to, but it feels like good practice.
Yeah, it feels good, and yeah, it's like there's not really any reason not to, unless you would suspect that I have a tool that could help, but I don't know what that tool would even be, because, you know, can't exactly put like Choice Helmet down and have that do anything, right? So no Fairy Charms work unless they're GXs, so there's not exactly a lot that I can do.
Will Guzma in the funny looking deer?
Yep.
Stellar Wish?
Yep. Yeah, I did consider putting an energy down on this, but I also don't think it would have mattered because it's just like, it's a 2 retreat anyway. It's like, it feels bad.
Energy Lotto.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does it.
It is 180, so yeah. Triple acceleration energy, such a nice thing to have around here. So yep, it can go in. There's no bothering with that.
Fossil Fangs for 180.
Yep, because you don't have any GX or EX in play. And just for anyone who doesn't know, this also was part of the Unbroken Bonds thing. It's boost energy, but without the evolution restriction. No, with the evolution restriction, but without the retreat restriction. So yeah, down it goes. Well, at least I can't Sanctuary GX you at some point later on, then I guess that's probably the main bit there. You know what I can do, though? I'm pretty sure there is not going to be much around this. We will attach. We are going to Mina to attach to the bench. Been looking for an excuse to play this card forever, but Fairy hasn't been particularly great for the most part. But this has been around, actually, for, like, since Lost Thunder, so a couple of sets by now. We will attach there. And we will Kaleido Storm, and I don't think you can KO this in one go, so I'm going to move all this to the active.
Yeah, that is a problem. Shrine happens regardless. Ultra Ball discarding Slowking and Kartana.
Yep.
Actually, do we keep the Kartana? We might need to keep the Kartana. No, it doesn't do enough. I think we will keep the Kartana. Discard Ultra Ball.
Yep.
How many do we? There's one in deck. Ah, fuck. Okay. We are just going to have to try and get as much shit out of this deck as possible before.
Before the miracle. Yep. Oh, that's, yeah, a bit too many. Yep, so Stellar Wish.
Yeah, it didn't hit it. No point continuing.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So, anyone's wondering, like, why would you concede there with it? I'm about to delete the entire hand in my next turn, right, with Magical Miracle. So, like, yeah. My hand did have a supporter. I got energy off the prizes. It was like, what does Pokégear hit that, actually? Because maybe Cynthia wouldn't have been my play. Yeah, it hits the greens, so...
So, like, best bet would have been put that down. We lose this. And then...
Yeah. Yeah, you had just used Stellar Wish, so you wouldn't have access to another. Oh, right, you're looking at it for next turn. Right.
Me out of it or something.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like if you tried to delete this instead.
Yeah, that is fair, because you didn't know. For all you knew, my hand could have had like Guzma plus Switch or something, right? So. Yeah, looking at the way, just from my own perspective, looking at the way the Pokégear played out there, getting the greens, I definitely bounced the Shrine, right? Because that's ticking down stuff. So looking at it, it would probably be Lysander Labs plus, because I have a second one in this deck now, Lysander Labs plus the, I don't know, Energy Spinner maybe? Because I wouldn't have another attach after this. I'm not actually sure what I would need to grab as the other one.
I just think this is a really foul matchup for this deck.
It's awkward, yeah, because I do manage to get the sort of one-shot stuff with it here. Yeah, so this this is my... I have quite a few decks from around this sort of time. This is a slight, like a pre-rotation sort of look into what I played as a Gardevoir Sylveon deck. It is not the standard way of doing the stuff here, because to me, the standard way is a bit slow, and the way that you approached the match there is like, that would normally be enough, right? Making me go first so I don't get the turn 1 Fairy Song is generally really annoying for the standard sort of disruption centric build to work on. I do still have disruption stuff in here in the post-rotation build. The Judges or Reset Stamp, because that's in the next set. I have more power plants, and I did replace the Fairy Charm Psychic which for the Choice Band, because that's also available right now. But yeah, in general, you'll see a lot more stuff like the Great Potion's still there, but not in my build. This has come in because it's like, it just makes more sense here, right, to play that. You'll end up seeing a lot more, like, multiple Fairy Charms coming in to block out all the tag teams or the matchups you can hope to, and go from there. Maybe the one Xerneas. You don't see this Mimikyu played, like, at all, really, because there's not energy acceleration to sort of work with it, right? But in my build, because I have Mina, I can actually go Mina plus turn attach, and that's Mimikyu attacking straight away. If I've just been eating the Flare Strike from Charizard, I can hit them straight back with a 230 HP thing, like 230 damage from a single Prizer, which is not something they want to deal with. So, like, I can mess the math up on their prize trades quite a lot. So, yeah, I was looking for... I
just can't really punch through most of this.
Yeah, this is where the tag teams can look pretty oppressive at times, because it's like, they are so big that one-shotting them is not common. Like, there are decks that can do it, but it's not something that you'll see in a lot of them. This deck caps out at, I would say 180 is reasonable to say for this. Because even Psychic at max power, if I have 6 energy on the one thing, is only 180. And you know, with the way that I can move my energy around, that's not normally how I'm going to approach it. I saw the opportunity going, this thing is basically full health, there's no way you're killing it next turn, and that's why I put it there. But usually I'm going to spread the energy around between 2 or even 3 of them, right? And so, like, the Psychic doesn't do a lot. This is excellent into Reshizard, but just not good into me. And if your damage is capped at 180, then I can actually just manipulate around that. It's harder to do that post-rotation because we don't have the healing options that this deck plays. The Acerola and the Max Potion both rotate. But that's why...
It's just like, what's the point of even trying to swing into it? You're just going to heal up.
Yeah, but that's where the Xerneas ends up coming in post-rotation, because this is my heal option, right? It's much harder to gust when the only gusting option we have is Custom Catcher, so I can actually manage to get a couple of these on the bench with damage quite a lot of the time. And if that happens, Xerneas' Sanctuary is like a super Ice Path from the old Alolan Ninetales GX. Heals all of my dudes and puts all the damage on the opponent's active, so... it's kind of gross, but, like, yeah, that's sort of the bit. But yeah, I always found that energy, both in getting the energy, because they played fewer than this, and also getting enough attaches, were before you got overrun, because your energy acceleration is not a single prize deer anymore, right? It's a free prize dude in the active that's, like... it's really, really good. It's probably better than Geomancy, because at least you can attach to the same thing if you've only got one bench. But it's a free prizer that's accelerating the energy out of the deck at the same rate that XY Xerneas used to. And that's, like, very, very dangerous. Only a couple of these need to go down before you die, so if you take an early knockout against this thing, when I'm, you know, like, if I'm just playing the standard slow, no other acceleration build, it's going to be really hard to, like, recover from that, right? So that's why I devised this sort of build, and it also helps to go first. We didn't actually see it here because I did note Xerneas is not strong enough to actually attack properly through through what you had in the lead. But if you led like a Jirachi or even the Nihilego or someone like that, right, then I could have easily just gone greens to get the Mina, because I started with free energy in my hand, so it's like attach one, next turn go Mina plus turn attach, and I'm attacking with my with any of my dudes by then, right? And that's just not something that the normal build would be able to do, because they don't have this extra acceleration.
Funny thing is to somehow get this going onto the Nihilego and then just yoink your
Yeah.
magical miracle.
Nihilego on the 2 prizes remaining is kind of devastating with the stuff, because it can copy my GX attack. If you can copy it and have 4 energy, because you need +3. Is it specifically fairy? It's
Fairy,
specifically
yeah.
fairy, yeah.
Rainbows.
Yeah, so you would need Beast, Counter, and Rainbow, right? Because you've got to pay one of them to do to do Nightcap, and then you need 3 Fairies specifically otherwise to do it. So yeah, Beast plus Counter plus. That's a tough ask, obviously, but yeah, it would be very funny to just shuffle my own hand in as well. And yeah, 200 damage, it can be boosted up. It's one of the reasons this thing didn't do anything right now is, well, there's 2 reasons, and they're both in this deck by quite a bit. Guzma is absolutely horrific with this deck. Not necessarily from here, although you did manage to Fossil Fangs my dude for 180, that was pretty good. But more because it means that Rashizard and stuff can actually just like snipe on the things that you're trying to protect on the bench, or like charging the energy to, which is devastating in conjunction with Choice Band, the other thing that kills this. Gardevoir Sylveon is a little bit frailer than most of the tag teams that we see in this set, because it's 260 instead. Reshiram and Charizard happens to hit exactly 230. Which with Choice Band one-shots this, and with that being one of the best like archetypes in the format, this was unviable, unfortunately. There is also no Fairy Charm that can ever defend against Fire types, so that is always a difficult matchup, even into the future, because you just don't have a way of stopping them from like attacking you. Because Pikarom is a bad matchup as well for similar reasons, but we have a Fairy Charm here that can prevent damage done to your fairies by GX and EX Pokemon. And like post-rotation, we don't play Lysander Lab, we play like Triple Power Plant to prevent Dedenes and stuff like, and Zeraora, stuff like that from having abilities. So it's not as valuable in this format, I don't think, especially playing it with you two, because I know you're much more hesitant to play stuff like that down, and even then I was looking at it going, yeah, I lose to Choice Band, so why do I not have a thing to beat Choice Band in here, right? So that's where the Lysander Labs comes in as a disruptive like stadium instead. The other thing this deck gets to take advantage of more than most decks is Wondrous Labyrinth. This thing is disgusting, and yeah, any Pokemon that's not a fairy has to pay an extra energy to attack. It's just like, ow. Suddenly your Aerodactyl can't attack whatsoever unless you get a 4th energy on it, right? And triple acceleration is how you actually attack with this thing, so yeah, it's kind of gross. Most of the thing with greens being able to search out any trainer makes the teching stadiums like this a bit nicer, because it's like I could just pick the one I need for the time. I was actually tempted to get the Labyrinth instead of the Lysander Labs at the previous thing, but then I thought no, because you've got Jirachi in play with it, right? So if I can stop that from being such a pain, even like force you to find another shrine for it, then that's probably a good thing for me. So yeah. Meanwhile, I know I've waffled on about my thing a lot, but I love this deck, and it's one of my own personal creations from back then, so sorry. Meanwhile, Aerodactyl.
It's designed to eat the meta that's currently existing.
Yeah, which this deck loses too, so it's like, this is not something you're designed to play into. I wonder what you could actually include that would make it doable. Because it'd have to be metal, right? I'm just thinking, there's not really an Ultra Beast that's good in metal that you could use for this?
Blast back, please. That would do it.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, so the Slowking does damage with the triple acceleration kind of fuels all of this because Aerodactyl being an evolution now and not a restored Pokemon means that it can use it, and the Slowking also gets to play with it. And the cool thing about it is that, yeah, it does 60 plus for each of the opponent's energy on their actives, so like 4 energy sounds like a lot, but that's what Reshiram and Charizard needs to attack, so that gets to 140, and they're weak to water, so you instantly kill one that's fully charged up. And they have to be fully charged up to be killing your other stuff, so that's obviously really good. Aerodactyl does a ton of damage, like it does one-shot most of the single prize matchups. With a choice band, it one-shots stuff like Zoroark as well, which is really good. So yeah, that's also a solid hit. And then we have the very much growing Ultra Beast thing at this point. The only one we're missing is the Unified Mind Circuitry to get like the full setup here, basically. Because we have Kartana, if we have exactly 4 prizes remaining, then this does 130, also has 0 retreat, which is good. Grass Weakness randomly comes up against Blastoise too, I suppose, so that's kind of neat.
It won't one-shot it unless you have the choice band, but...
yeah, it's not happy about it though. it's taking all but 10 damage. So Shrine of Punishment, there you go. That'll do. Buzzwole's just a really good one in general. Like this comes up in all sorts of stuff, right? But yeah, really good against Zoroark and things is always nice. So that's fun.
Nihilego puts a lot of pressure, even if you aren't intending on using it, because you know, there's the opportunity of using it, and you have to respect that.
Yep. And this being a single prize deck, it is very often difficult to actually manipulate past this here. There are ways of doing it, but most decks are going to have a bit of a hard time with it, especially if you get the Mew down against Pikarom. Because this is another nice thing from the Unbroken Bonds set, right? Bench Barrier is back. Not as strong as it used to be because you don't prevent self-bench damage anymore, but that rarely comes up, so just rip any Earthquake deck, I suppose. Shame for them.
I'm fine with that happening if it's not on a stage 1.
Yeah.
Or basic, sorry.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So yeah, it's obviously very important when Tag Bolt is possible. Like that is massive in its own right. And even if it is just for that most of the time, it is for sure going to pull its weight. So yeah, really, really good. Unfortunately, yeah, like you said, it's I seem to have this a lot when I played with this, because like the last deck that you played this with was the Zora Ninja thingy, right? Which was also not the greatest matchup into it. It's like this either wins the matchups entirely or it just loses outright. You know, that. Like, it's not as black and white as that, but it seems to be like it's either very favorable or it's like almost unwinnable at the moment, which is kind of funny how that's ended up. And yeah, while I was actually referring to regular Blastoise-GX DNA, but yeah, Piplup and Blastoise also has 270 HP, which is like 10 off of the Kartana as well. But we haven't got that yet because that's next set, I believe. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, glad I got to show this off because I might not get a chance to play this one in the next set because I've got a lot of decks from the next like 2 sets to figure that. There is a regular Blastoise-GX. Shall we try and show that one off then? Because that is...
Do I have anything that even works into that build as the issue?
No, Kartana does not one-shot it, actually. Because there's this little thing called Solid Armor, or Solid Shell that it has, that reduces damage to it by 30. So yeah, it actually survives on 10.
I think I only have one deck that has the potential of outright one-shotting a Blastoise, and I think it would be very funny to do this.
Alright, alright.
Fuck it, we gamble.
Fuck it, we ball. Alright. Let's see how it goes then. Shovel. What do you want?
First.
Well, I mean, I guess,
yeah.
because
Sorry,
this is technically a new match. So,
It's so.
all right. Well, you got it anyway. So,
Yep.
alrighty.
Okay, that is a mulligan. That is not a great start.
Oh yeah, it is going to be this deck, isn't it? Unfortunately, so is this. Hang on. Oh, well, whatever. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's the Blacephalon thing, right?
No.
No. Sort of looked
2.
it, but yeah. Ooh. How on earth have I gotten 2 off of this as well? Jesus. Yeah, okay. Keep drawing the regular Blastoise and not the actual thingy. I have like 10 basics in here, so like it's sort of annoying. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Go there, and best of luck. Oh, the Blissey, right, okay. Yeah, that's kind of amusing.
Nestwell.
Yep.
Touch Fire Energy. Touch Wishful Baton. Lily.
Yep. Yeah, this is probably actually a better matchup for you than you would think, but we'll see. Ooh.
Factory. Discard Fire.
Yep. I guess we'll just have to see how it goes.
Give another Chansey. Ultra Ball discarding Lily and Rescue Stretcher.
Yep.
In hand for now.
Okay.
And go ahead.
Okay. So seeing DNA's funny comment of one more double mulligan and we both lose, I'm just thinking of it going, so does that go to sudden death then? Because we both lost at the same time? Would be very silly. I'm not actually sure if this Articuno is going to stay alive at the end of this turn. That's the weird bit. Nesbo. Double game loss penalty. Yeah, that's fair. This thing does have a 2 retreat, so getting out to like a Vulpix is probably not happening here. Alright, what have we prized? 1-2 mons. Could be worse, but this could be a lot better. Yeah. Alright. There's definitely no way Vulpix is getting active this turn. Unfortunate. Let's just grab Squirtle then. We are at the threshold for this, so I'm gonna have to just play it. Erika's to draw the 3. 1 for each Pokemon you have in play.
Good thing I didn't put down the Victini.
Yeah. We'll play another Nestball to grab out the Vulpix. Play down Squirtle. It's like I want to attach to the active, but I'm pretty sure it's getting KO'd, which is unfortunate. Well, I mean, it's... yeah, because it's just like... well, the retreat active sort of bit, it's like, it's fairly likely. I probably should just attach to it, though, because it's like, if I don't get killed, then, you know... yeah, I think everything else is fine, so just shuffle that up, and that'll have to do for now. Go ahead.
Well, it'd be nice to Welder if I had.
Yeah.
Fire energy.
Double Blissey. Oh boy.
Instead, we're gonna have to Lily.
Okay. That's still pretty good.
Fire Crystal.
Yep. It's another one of the busted fire supports from this set. 3 fires from the discard pile to the hand. Only the 1 available this time, but that's fine.
I can't remember if the Blastoise is bench damage. I'm just gonna...
That's fair. Psi Power might actually end up coming up at some point anyway, you never know.
Will Heat Factory.
Yep.
Ball, discarding Nest Ball and Welder.
Okay, yep. There's the Salazzle. Roast Reveal being a thing. Yep, discard a fire, draw 3, just like the old Roast Reveal.
It's funny, but I can't do anything in this. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you might want to just like speak up very, very slightly as well with this stuff.
Sorry.
Just very slightly far off it, yeah. Ah, this sucks because I have double candy in hand, but I can't do anything with this one, so I'm gonna have to Cynthia. This hand is like, I can't play any of the cards, so like Lily for 2 feels horrendous there. So I think I have to just play the Cynthia. But I really want to get an energy so I can knock out this Salazzle this turn, right? That's got to be the goal. This does it. I'm not like amazingly keen on this hand, but it does get there. We will Ultra Ball. I think it has to be, as much as I hate to do it, I think it's got to be it's got to be a fuck it, we Balls on the moment here as well, actually. Discard Ultra Ball and has it really got to be that? I think it does. I think it's got to be the Guzma here. Because I think we gotta grab the Ninetales, and no longer protected by the Articuno, but that is fine. We'll do the Mysterious Guidance, grab the Candy, and Timer Ball. Timer Ball, going for our flips. 1 is what I need, so that's good. We will grab, where is he? This guy. So, old Blastoise from Team Up, we'll rare candy to that. Look at the top 6 of the deck, and any waters that we find there can get attached in any way that we like, so we will do that now. Grabs out 1. So I wish I had the other Articuno on the bench as well, but I haven't been lucky enough to be able to find a Brooklet Hill for your stadium, so, you know. Yeah, so that could just go there. The problem is this only does 150, and Blissey's have got 160, so it's like agonizingly close, you know. But I think I do have to charge it up anyway, unfortunately, because I do have to move my energy away here. So we will Cold Cyclone for the weakness knockout and shift my 2 energy to the Blastoise. Actually no, shift it to a Squirtle because you can't Gust out right now. So
this is just dead draw after dead draw after dead draw. Guzma in the
yeah,
Ninetales.
it's got a Guzma in the Ninetales, yep. Whoa, there's the triple XL.
Yeah, I wish I had the Welder to go with it, but we do not.
Well,
So-
yeah, because you discarded that.
No, that's not the issue. it's these.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm having a drought of fire energy. Powerful Slap.
That's not even my ability anymore. Yeah, so 4 coins. Are we gonna reflip or are we gonna keep that?
I probably should.
Yeah, it might be a bit difficult for you to get the re-hit here, huh? So, alright, that's
same result.
staying as is. All things even. So yeah, 4 coins flip because there's 4 energy there. 80 damage per heads. Victini, of course, being the old Victini, lets you do a reflip if you ding it. Honestly, I don't know if that's good or bad for me that you whiffed that, considering, you know, I've still got to get out of the active now, and I did kind of discard my Guzma, so I think you're fine, but it's just like, obviously getting rid of a triple XL doesn't feel good. Well, I do have Brooklet, so I will now bounce the stadium finally. We will use said Brooklet. I have 4 of these, so it's like I should have been able to get one at least at some point, but, you know. I kind of feel like Articuno might actually just be the pick here. It's weird, but yeah, it's like, because the other option, like, of course I could probably get Squirtle, which I do need as well, but I'm almost feeling like Kuno is actually better. Do I have anything? What do I have discarded at the moment? Pretty sure, yeah, I didn't discard any. Because it's like, why would I discard the energy when I don't need to? Yeah, it's probably okay. So then it goes down to when to Squall is the next timing thing. This is the annoying thing about having to move the energy away from the Articuno. By the way, yeah, sorry. I forgot that I hadn't flipped that up yet. The annoying thing about having to move the energy away from the Articuno is like, now I don't think I'm getting an attack off with this stuff here. And it's just frustrating trying to see, like, okay, what... Like, I guess if I Squall now, then it's like, where is the energy even going? But I think it's probably better to Squall now, so I can see more stuff in a bit. So yeah, I'll use the Blastoise now. Yeah, we didn't get any energy off of it, so whatever. Fuck you too, Blastoise. Yeah, in that case, mine's just as funny because it's like your fire energy's drowning my water. I don't know. I have Cynthia. Yeah, last card was Aqua Patch, so I was just looking. Did I discard one? No. It's fine. Okay, well, I mean, that's pretty good, though. Timer Ball. Yep, okay, that's fine. Basically just means instead that I'm going to Candy to Blastoise-GX then. And, go ahead. Not much I can do from now, unfortunately.
That kind of fixes it, but it's also a problem. Can I even afford to put that down? Gonna have to.
Ooh, Lele, yeah, okay. I think you're probably alright with it at the moment.
Looking pretty bleak.
Ooh, yeah, if you're getting Lily, then maybe it is.
Do I do that? Oh, that's risky.
Also, hi Bertus, thank you for the point sync once again.
No, let's do the smart thing.
Okay, yep, makes sense. Lily for 4, yep.
4.
Oh, we're going again.
Just need one this time.
Just need the one. Well, there's your free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's the 2 prizes. I don't really have a choice but to go in with this one, I think. Alright, we will draw. Get ourselves down another Squirtle. Yeah, maybe I could have just gone in with a Squirtle regular, because since I have a Stadium to play, it's got no retreat. But like, what else am I attacking with here? Let's be honest. So, you know, I don't think there's really a reason not to. We will use the Powerful Squall. This one hits 1. Unfortunately, we have kind of stalled a little bit otherwise, so we're going to go ahead and do 1, 2, 3 Rocket Geyser, Rocket Splash even, to shuffle these 3 waters back, do 60 per, so... And then, yeah, your energy from the Wishful Baton goes elsewhere. Yep.
Fire Crystal.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Well,
there it is, yep. Draw 3 as well.
This would be where it would be great if I got the triple acceleration as the draw, but unfortunately that's a no.
Yeah, we have already played 2, so I guess it's hard to like expect it, but yeah, it would be good.
These have came way too late for them to probably matter.
Go for a 4th,
Go
okay.
in. Let's see where we can slap. I don't think I want to reflip that.
Alright, 210 it is then. Because the shell actually mattering here, but yeah, I don't think you want to reflip that either. That seems way too risky. Alright, we will draw. Yeah, that's about what I'd expect. Powerful Squall. Gets 2 this time. I think we're going to have to get rather creative to stand much of a chance in this one at the moment. Let's go those 2 there. Or kind of want 1 here, actually. We will attach there. And we're just going to have to do the splash for 1, 2, and 1 off the Kuno. Shuffle those back in.
Wait, how much is Baton?
It's, Baton is free energy.
Yep, just making sure. Okay, I could, but that would be greedy. Let's not do that. Nestwall?
Yep.
Ah, that's also an issue. Okay. Actually, hang on. I should, even if it's just the 1.
Yep, that's fine.
Because it does get me another attach.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Helps negate the shell, and we'll just do the 3 for this one.
Yep. I was gonna say it has to be a 1 in 8 twice, so 50 damage is enough. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is like absolutely no way I can possibly win this game, but this matchup is unwinnable in the first place, so who really cares, right? Although, having said that, I have also just drawn pretty badly throughout a lot of this game, so that doesn't help. We will Erica for the 5. Probably could have squalled first, but yeah, this game's over anyway. Not much to do. This matchup's unwinnable, so when you prize your other Blastoise-GX and your Rescue Stretcher anyway, it's like, yeah, there's no possible way I can win this.
So, if you were able to kill that Blissey, you won on the spot.
So the thing is, I could kill it over 2 turns, but it's like I don't think that's enough. Was the thing, because it's like, yeah.
I didn't have any of my stretchers left.
Fair enough, but I think you could have just won with Psi Power at that point, probably.
I thought I had.
Energy Drive? You've got Crystal, so yeah, you could probably win with Energy Drive, to be honest. Although, having said that, it's like my creative way I had to do with Articuno moving, so like maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like I could have potentially kept thinking with it, but it's just like it's so tricky at that point to like go. I mean, this does 80. So even this is like an overly severe threat to the Articuno. I don't think I can probably survive that too well. I don't know, like maybe I could have, but it's one of those things of like I was looking at it going, yeah, there's almost definitely no shot with that. Yeah, I prized pretty poorly and also drew absolute dog shit in that game, so it's like not a huge amount. I didn't prize like the worst ever, but I did prize one of the GX and the one rescue stretcher, so it's like I can't get that back at all, and I think that was probably the other main way to do it, because that's the only thing that can one-shot this. This being exactly 160 is really annoying for a lot of stuff here, right? Because it's like the Blastoise itself, the regular one, only hits 150, so that doesn't help. The Articuno hits 70, so like my creative way I would have had to do things is to like hit with Articuno, sack it basically to your Blissey, you're down at one prize, then I have to Hydro tackle it, and that's like all I can really do, right? I was hoping to hit the Wartortle at some point so I could actually just manually evolve through stuff, but yeah, like I couldn't get anywhere with stuff like that. Prizing one of the Vulpix might have, was a bit annoying, but not that big of a deal. The huge thing really was just whiffing the stadium for so long as well. Like, I played 4 stadium cards in here to your 1. You had it turn 1 going first, and I couldn't find one at all. Like, I know it just happens sometimes, but it's just like I couldn't bounce it, so you just kept getting draws that you shouldn't have had, really. So, yeah, like, that was not a particularly great showcase of what the deck can do, consistency-wise, but it does show what the deck is meant to do, at the very least. So
sometimes gambling is stronger.
Yeah, sometimes it is. I think, ironically, I'm actually wondering if that extra turn of you not knocking out the Ninetales actually ended up helping or hurting. It's hard to say, you know. Like, I don't know if it was good or bad. It did force you to use another triple acceleration, so it's probably a good thing in the end, but, like, it's weird to sort of go on there. But anyway, yeah, idea with this one is we mostly saw the Blastoise can get energy out of the deck to fuel the Blastoise-GX, which, unlike most of these things, doesn't discard, it shovels back into the deck, so they pair with each other very nicely. You get down to a pretty low deck size, this thing lets you go ahead and like fuel your deck with energy again, so your powerful squirrels can hit for like 3 or 4 at that point. The Articuno prevents any of your water Pokemon from being affected by supporter cards from the opponent, so they can't gust you at that point, which is very good, because every single one of these things is water until the Ninetales-GX happens. So like it protects you from most of the big stuff whilst you set up. And the Squirtle, despite not being the highest HP one we have 60 and 70 HP ones available, this one doesn't have a retreat cost if you have a stadium in play, which we want to play 4 of anyway because it's Brooklet Hill and that helps us set up. So like it all lines up really well. And yeah, this thing is incredibly powerful when it sets up. It's obviously blue as well, so it has a really good matchup into Reshizard. And it's pretty good into not Reshiram, that's later. It's pretty good into Pikarom as well, because, well, Rocket Splash does one-shot them with 4 energy in play, and you're very hard to one-shot even with a bunch of Electro Powers. You know, you do get 2 hit by Full Blitz even without any boost, but it's just like, who cares, you know? And they're also not very good at taking out your Articuno quickly either, so...
I figured the Solid Shell would make the Blissey's job a bit harder, because then I need either the band, which then means I can't batten it. Yep. Or I need to get 4 heads.
Yep, it's the same...
That's not the easiest ask.
No. It's the same logic that I had with the, when I played against this with the Flareon Reshizard thing as well. I was like, the tag teams are going to be the hardest thing for you to KO here, and yeah, you only need to KO 2 of them, but if I pressure with Flareon first, and then go in with one of those, it's like, you might have a harder time flipping that. You've just got to basically just get lucky with it, right? And, yeah, similar sort of bit here. This deck really sort of helps, is like helped by the fact that Field Blow is not as common. It's still played a bit, but it's definitely not played as much as it could be. And, you know, like, arguably, could I switch maybe a couple of the stadiums out if I want to sacrifice a bit of the consistency of this deck? Sure, we could probably play Lysander Labs in here as well if I really wanted to, because I don't have any tools in here. But, like, do I need to play it in here? It's probably best just to get my setup as quick as possible. We are a Stage 2 deck after all, that actually wants multiple Stage 2s out from, like, different, even if it's the same line, it wants different ones out. So I kind of need to stick with that, right? So, yeah. Just the last bit that I want to think from this one. Brock's Grit is not a card that we've seen very much at the moment, but this is a supporter that we'll be seeing a lot more post-rotation when the Rescue Stretcher goes away, and it actually really does help here, because not only can you shuffle like Pokemon back in, which we are a bit thin on. Most of the Blastoise list would probably play another Baby Blastoise at the very least, but I just wanted to max the consistency of like getting set up as much as possible. But it also lets you shuffle energy back into the deck, because that's probably the biggest like pain point here. Yeah, Articuno prevents Guzma, but if your energy does get like surprise taken off the field somehow, you're in a lot of trouble, because you really need those to be cycling in and out of the deck with the powerful Squall. So being able to shuffle energy back into the deck is also not to be understated in this deck. Is really good. Meanwhile, yeah, Slap. It got top 32 in, was it NAIC that this one got top 32, or was it one of the regionals just before it?
I don't remember off the top of my head. Let's check the legends.
But yeah, it does a lot of damage per heads. It's another triple acceleration thing that definitely benefits a lot from it, and it is surprisingly big for what it does. So it's like, yeah.
Top 32 NAIC.
Aye. Yeah, it's if you roll hard enough with it, it is kind of neat. I have no idea why this other Chansey is in the deck though. Like, I mean, I get you can't even sympathetic slap very easily. Like, you have to Welder Plussing for it. Like, I don't understand quite what it's doing here, but whatever.
Well, we were talking about the Chansey we'd like to use in this, but it's not available.
Yeah, naturally.
Turns out base set Chansey is the best Chansey has ever been.
yeah, it is. But yeah, it hits basically the right numbers. 240 with 3 heads is enough for Pikarom, and then Choice Banded is enough for all the other tag teams. So it can trade up very well. You've got a Victini for reflipping. You've obviously got access to the potential like acceleration stuff of the fire engine as well, which is kind of nice, and triple acceleration energy is really good. Deck gets a little bit countered by stuff that can get rid of the tools. Like, if you can Field Blow, or even Lysander Labs would have been devastating against this. So that can kind of hurt. You do have recovery at the very least for the stuff, but you know.
I was sat on 3 Welder for so long with no energy to use them.
Mm-hmm. And that's one of the hindrances of playing, as we've seen many times in the past, that is one of the hindrances of playing a deck that has, like, special energy in the place of some of the basics you would need to use for things here. We've got 9 basic fires in this deck, which is fine, but a bit on the low side, right, for continuously being able to use stuff like Welder. And it's taken up because you've got 4 slots for Triple XL. Like, if we could and still make the deck very functionable, functionable? That's not even the word, you know what I mean, functional. We would probably replace these Triple XL with basic fires, and then the deck would run more smoothly, but the power ceiling would be so much less that I don't think it would be viable. But it's just it's one of the
that you can spike 5 energy in 1 turn.
Yep. But it's just one of the hazards of doing business with this kind of deck, right? Is that you are going to be a little bit less consistent with this type of engine, which is unfortunate.
I'll need to hit Pepper with this at some point, just so it's even.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because like the decks that you played this against from me have basically all just not been prepared for this sort of thing. I mean, I don't think there's any way that I could possibly prepare for it with this deck, other than, again, maybe taking out 1 or 2 of the stadiums for Lysander Labs or whatever. But even then, I don't think it would be particularly great. I do have 1 max potion, so it's like if you did fail the KO, if I am confident enough, and I actually have it in hand, if I'm confident enough that I'm not going to get KO'd, or like it is going to be that sort of close, I could probably buy a turn with the 1 max pot, and then if I can get the energy back into play, I just need like 1 powerful Squall plus a turn attach, right, to get attacking again. Then I can probably squeak the price trade in favor. but it's all RNG at that point, you know, because it is just coin flip the game at that stage. So yeah, you could argue whether or not it's going to work for forever, but sometimes it will, sometimes it just won't. That's the thing. Yeah, it's a neat deck though. I do think it's very fun that this sort of thing is actually possible for one, and you know, surprisingly capable, I guess. This is not the last.
It's the right numbers.
Yeah, this is not the last time we're going to see a Blissey that deals with energy for not for coin flips, but this is not the last time we're going to see Blissey in this sort of thing.
Blissey V, I think.
Blissey V, yep.
Gets energy from the discard and gets stronger with more energy on it.
Yeah, in the reverse order, unfortunately, I believe. So it's like it does the damage first and then it gets the energy out. But like, probably for the best. That would be very silly otherwise. Yeah.
Scaling on that would be insane if it was the other way around.
Yeah. So, and yeah, it's basically that one is very similar to the Blissey from Mysterious Treasures. Only this time it's actually good. Yes, I will die on that hill. That deck was terrible. Ah, dear. Yeah. Alright, we're at a reasonable sort of time, but have you got one more you'd want to do since the games have been fairly quick here?
Yeah. I'm just gonna put this over here because the top card sort of gives it away.
That's fair, that's fair. How much of a Mima do I want to try and be here? You know, we've got at least one, maybe two more parts of this anyway. I'm going to try and be a Mima here.
She's never been in a game.
Which song is it that's on at the moment? It's Lost Dream is not one of hers, so whatever. Alrighty then. Let's see what we can do.
Tails.
Yeah, you got it.
I think I go second to this one.
Oh boy, okay, that's terrifying. Alright.
Not if I start with this card.
Okay.
Oh, that's
I don't know how much I like this hand either, but we'll see. Oh, Deaders? Yeah, that's not great. Alright, we will draw. Well, it's playable. Nest Ball. Okay, here's where we find out we prized every copy of the... Oh, well, we prized two of them. That's not great. Okay, so let's take a quick stock of what I can see. We've got two of those prized. One of those is not great. That's fine. That's fine. That's probably fine. Those are all available. That's available is good. We need one of those accessed, please. That's fine. Those are all available. Okay. Chikorita. Unfortunately, can't play much else out of this hand before I do this, so we have a Mudkip to play, and then it's a Lily draw 4. So, yeah, it's not bad. Actually, Jesus Christ, it is really not that bad. Not one, but two of them, and a Nidoran female to bench. So, yeah, this is the scenario. This is like what you want. Grab ourselves Chico and the Nidoran. We have the setup. Go ahead.
Well, this hand is garbage.
Oh dear.
Nest Ball.
Okay, well at least we don't die immediately. Oh, the Spiritomb. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is gonna be rough. Okay. Ah, don't like this. All right.
Is there anything I can deal with? Yeah. Building Spite.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Because I'm just gonna have to leave Dadders in the active here to be a fatso, but go ahead.
Alright, we will draw. That's not quite what I want to see. Okay, greens.
It's not a Guzma. We're still in this.
It is not a Guzma. No, I do not have the hand to do Guzma, that is for sure. See, this is the weird bit of I don't actually know. Well, I know I have to get Timeable, that much is for sure. I would love to just grab like Ultra Ball here so I can guarantee getting the thing I want, but I can't really do that because I can't afford to discard against a single prize matchup. At least I don't believe I can. Yeah, because like I've got one discard I could do, but... I guess the other play is just grab like Rare Candy here and just... Yeah, that's probably fine because I think I'm gonna have to get a bunch of it anyway. So yeah, we'll get Candy. Use the Timer Ball. Get one. Okay, that's fine. We can work with that. Because we will grab Nidoqueen. Right, okay, so we'll go Rare Candy to Meganium. We'll do the Meganium thing to basically Rare Candy without actually doing so. Into the Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen's Queen's Call can get a Pokemon that's not a GX or an EX from my deck, put it into hand. So I think we would do the Diligent thing here and just grab the Swampert. That's everything from there. We'll use that second candy to get into Swampert. I'm pretty sure I'd have to draw Super Boost exactly off a Power Draw to get the KO here. I don't think that's worth risking, so I'm just gonna not try this turn. And then I will... God, it really feels bad having to, but... Can I afford to use... I have to Power Draw, but it's like, can I really afford to discard that? There's a Power Pad in this deck, right? Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, we'll get rid of Boss Grit here for the draw free. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Building Spite. That would be extremely funny, but I can't do that. Where's Thunder Mountain when you need it?
Tingly Return GX. Would be really good right now, wouldn't it?
Yeah. This time. Can I afford not to? I can't afford Lily for 3. I need to do Lily.
Yo, Rick, thanks for the raid.
But I don't think I can afford to Guzma.
Ooh,
so
yeah, okay. That's alright, I got you. Lily, draw 4, okay.
Yeah, we have another one of those. That's handy.
Mm-hmm.
Nestball?
Yep. Alright, so for those who don't know, we're on our probably last game of the recording stuff at the very least, but we're I do a Pokemon trading card game like history series thing, and oh boy, yep, here he comes.
Ultra
Yeah.
Ball, discarding Absol and Electropower.
Yep. And yeah.
It's Cry.
Oh no, no.
Shit.
No, that feels bad.
Yeah, I can't stop the storm that's coming.
Oh no. Yeah, this is the thing of like, I don't know how we beat that, but yeah.
It's the only shot I have.
Yeah, I priced 2 of these. It's so bad. It's just like, come on, dude. Yeah.
Rule of the Night is the only way I think I can get back into this.
Yeah. Especially when I price a Guzma as well. That does not help. Just trying to think through what I would even think. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's just like, there's no point in even playing this matchup because the Honchkrow just also wins, basically. So there's literally no point in playing this one. Yeah, that's...
So I will grab something else if you want to do another
Yeah, I can...
game.
If we want to stick with it, I can go with that, yeah. Yeah, it's just, if you manage to get it active, then there's just like nothing I can really do. I technically have enough energy that I can attack, but it requires like non-interruption more or less, which is not likely. At least the Honchkrow like kind of gives me time at the very least, but yeah.
I'll just throw this out spread then.
Yeah.
Later.
Yep. Okay, heads. Hey, I actually get to choose to go first this time. Alright. Yep, no basic.
Okay, but who's going first?
I'm going first, yeah, so...
Okay, yeah. Okay. I'll put down... What will I put down here? I guess that's fine.
Alright, let's try again. Well, there is one. I don't know if I like that there is one, but we'll see. I mean, this hand could end up being pretty good if I get like one thing to go my way here. Right, we will start off. That might be one of them.
I need to draw my one.
3, 4, 5, 6. You have.
Oh, I have drawn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total.
I
heard the thing goes, so that's why I was like.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Brain flop there then.
Alright, Pokegear. That is really not the one that I want it to be, but I guess it kind of has to be. Alright, yeah, we can make this work, but it's not pretty. Shit, yeah, this is really annoying. Alright, Ultra Ball pitching, well done, Nidoqueen. Like I said, we can make this work, but it's not the way I wanted it to go. Okay, so, this time round, not prized at, not prized at, not prized out. Okay, so we're good on that front. What's the catch? One of those prized is a catch. Okay, it's probably still fine. I think we've got basically all the stuff there. Okay. Nidoran. Is that the one I want? Because, like, technically Nidoran is the one that I should have the most of, so, like, if anything, I'd be more likely to draw that afterwards. Yeah, we'll grab Chikorita. I've got less of those in the list than I have of the thing there. Problem is, I wanted Nidoran so I could get an extra card off of this, though. Because I have an energy I can attach, but I guess I'm just going to attach active instead because this thing can retreat for 1. So yeah, and then we're going to do the Lily that I've already dumped to draw 6. Okay. We've got another Chikorita, and that is all for now. Go ahead.
Well, I want a Lily, but I don't think I can pare this hand down enough, so... Mysterious Treasure, discarding Lily.
Okay.
Get our boy.
Giratina, yep. Yeah, this matchup is also unwinnable probably, but we'll keep going anyway.
Put down Nihilego and Cynthia.
Yep. Couldn't pare your hand down, you said, as you casually could have just drawn 6 if you discarded Cynthia instead of Lily.
Match a Psychic to the Giratina and pass.
Okay. Yeah, like, I don't think it's entirely hopeless, but there's definitely not as much going for it here. Let's go... I mean, I have the red candy here, which is good. I hate the fact that I'm probably going to have to, like, not keep... this is frustrating. Yeah, because it's like, if I go with that, dude is heckin' huge, and I can't really get him out, which is a pain. But I think I'm going to have to. We're going to go Candy Swampert here. So, what's the best way round of this? I think... Is the play gotta be... Yeah, because with that in hand, I think the play's gotta be Lily for the free here. Would have loved to have had that before. Power draw, discarding greens. 2 draw free. Okay, that works. Nest Ball. For Nidoran. But before we do that, we're going to use the Quick Ripening Herb for another one. So we'll do that. And then that Quick Ripening Herb can go for the Nidoqueen, who can then search. That's all of my abilities used at this point. But we will be grabbing the next Nidoran. Seems good. And then I do have triple acceleration. I would normally not do this, but it gets a KO. So we'll triple excel and we will hydro pump for the 80 to get the knockout on the Goober, the Inkay over there. It's not normally the modus operandi here, but like sometimes you just got to do it.
Well, we have a Malamar and an Inkay.
Yep.
Touch Psychic Energy, Tantaliza.
Yep.
I have a Jirachi. Actually, should I put that down? No, we should put this down.
Ooh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. I had Swampert in hand, that was one I was looking to keep hold of, but that's okay.
I can't get another energy attached, so go ahead.
Okay, we will draw. Okay, how do we proceed from here? Let's go... Great Ball. Okay, that gets a Mudkip. That does help a bit. So we will 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we could do that. We'll bench the Mudkip. We'll go. I should probably start using the token thingies for this, or the markers. We'll go Queen's Call for the Nidoqueen, which can then trigger the Herb to evolve to there. That Queen's Call can be used to grab the Swampert, which we will then use this quick herb to go here, because unlike rare candies and stuff, you can use this ability on the Pokemon you have played during that turn, which helps out. We'll then go for the first of our power draws, discarding Nest Ball to draw 3. We'll... yeah, probably not a great one. Let's go... yeah, it's probably best to... second one, discarding greens, because I cannot use that anymore, to draw the 3. Didn't get there, okay. Not amazing. Alright, we will... Guzma up the Malamar. Thinking what I want to switch into here, because I can't actually attack, unfortunately. Student, I mean, they're all, yeah, 150, 160, probably this. Oh, sorry, can't switch that fast. I think that is probably it here. I think I'll put the choice band down. Do I want to use that bit now? No, go ahead. We'll leave it at that.
Marshadow switch.
Wait, what? Marshadow, what?
Or sorry, Malamar. Sorry.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Inkay. Doesn't really matter where this goes. So.
Probably not. Not in this matchup.
Good.
Lily for 6. Yep. Yeah, slight volume as well. Yeah. Yep.
And we will Shadow Impact.
Okay. Yep. We'll draw. Where were you last time round? Powpad. Let's shuffle in the Welder and the Gizmo. From there, yeah, we could probably get away with doing that. We'll Great Ball. Grab ourselves a Nido. We'll go first power draw to pitch Nest Ball, draw the 3. Second one pitching Pokémon. Okay, that does it in a weird way. Tantalizer to switch. Not my favorite way of doing it, but it'll do. We have a triple acceleration, and I guess we're trading a little bit here with it, because yeah, we're gonna hit. Where's the spell tag going? Because for those who don't know,
2 on the Meganium.
yeah, naturally.
Doesn't matter if we put them on the Nidoqueen, so probably 2 on this. 1 each in the Swamperts.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. So that this one goes down. You get a prize as well. And we go. See what you can do now. Yeah, so for those who don't know, Power Lariat does 10 plus 50 for every evolution that's on my bench. So yeah, it's like a full 260 there. Right.
So put 1 on the Swamperts.
Yep. So Distortion Door, getting the stuff back. That's why this matchup's unwinnable, but whatever. Yep, Malamars can just accelerate all the energy back, and it's, yeah, like what am I supposed to do now?
Liza for switch.
Yep.
Shadow Impact, and I'll kill my own Marshadow.
Okay. Yep. Fair enough.
I need bench space.
Fair enough. Yeah. Maybe not so unwinnable then. All right. We will draw. That's, I mean, respectable. Right. Well, we do have another one of these, so we will Quick Ripening Herb that. And then I do have this as well, so we will Quick Ripening Herb that. How much have I gone through? I know I discarded one of these earlier. That is a problem. He is still in the deck, so like reasonable. At 13 cards, can guarantee seeing him. Yeah, we'll use one of the Queen's Call to grab out Nidoran, and then I think we'll use the other one whilst I'm here as well. Let's grab out the Mudkip. Just double check everything's there. That's still available. Those are around. But this being there is kind of annoying. I don't think there's much I can do about it though. Right, okay. That should be fine, I think. Yeah, because we're on 3 prizes left. We just need 3 attacks here. I think we can handle that. Right, these into hand. This gets shuffled up. We'll go our first one of these to discard. I actually don't think I need red candy at this point because it's basically impossible for you to get enough of this stuff down where it's going to matter. So we will draw from that. Okay, and there he is. That's good. Do I need to play him this turn is the thing. It's like, do I need to play much else this turn is the thing. What do we got? There's like 2 of these. No, probably. Just give me 1, 2, 3. And that goes back in. Whereas if I leave it and you KO this next turn, then I can get, yeah. Only reason not to like insta-snap do the recovery is in case you have the problem child here of being another Marshadow, but I don't think this deck plays 2, so I'm probably fine. I'm just like I'm looking through and thinking how many more attacks do I like how many times do I actually need the stuff. I've got 1, 2, 3 right as far as attacks go. I'm gonna box grid just now. There's like 6 in total to get, so because it is 6 in anyway, so I do have to get the Meganium as well. It's just looking at it going, yeah, I have like all the stuff for getting the Nidoqueen back. There's no other Pokemon in the discard, so it's just these 5. No energies in the discard either, because this Fatso's keeping hold of 1 here. So, shuffle all of those back. I guess it probably doesn't hurt to power draw here anyway. We'll discard an S-Ball for the second one. That's all of my abilities used. And I have the Triple Excel, so we will just Power Lariat. And where's your damage counters going?
So how many is it? 4, right? 1 each on the Swamperts. And I guess 1 each on the Meganium.
Okay. Yeah, we can handle that. And then prize. Okay.
Mysterious Treasure, discarding Giratina.
Right, yep.
Field search.
Okay.
Still need these around, I think.
Yeah, because you can obviously just bring them back. Yeah, I was gonna say the individual. It's like where do you want the damage anyway?
Both in the Meganiums.
Right. Okay. Yep, and then accelerate with a Malamar.
Cynthia.
Yep.
There's a card that does this, but these are not them.
That's surprising that there's a card that does it.
Well, Wondrous Labyrinth.
You would hope.
Nightcap yoinking Hydro Pump.
I mean, yeah, or Power Lariat would have worked because you do have evolutions on your bench, but yeah, it technically works. Hydro Pump is funnier. Yeah, it hits for weakness, so it's 160. Yeah, we'll think that. Alright, we will draw. I have the Nido female, so we'll ripen her to that. And we'll Guzma in the Giratina with... Oh, do I want to... Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter, because it's like Malamar, Giratina, same fucking difference here, really. Go for that. I do have the Triple XL, so that's fine. Just thinking what else I need to do with it. I'm gonna Queen's Call the Nidoqueen just to... Yeah, keep that in mind. And then I think at this point we're definitely not going to be able to use Lily, so we'll do one power draw to get to that. And yeah, Power Lariat from there. Probably could have been... Like, optimally I think it's actually a Malamar that's supposed to die, but it doesn't matter at this point because I'm pretty sure that the damage counters aren't going to be a thing here. Like, I don't see any way you'd manage to... Yeah. Yeah, you would hope that Wondrous Labyrinth would do it. I kept my stadium deliberately because of the fact of that sort of thing could get messed up. Yeah. Because Wondrous Labyrinth would be a right pain in the butt, and that's why we have to have a stadium bounce. Yeah, there was a Guzma still in the deck is the other thing, but it really wouldn't have mattered that much. Super Boost was the last energy that I needed. That was what I was gunning for. That welder, like that energy that was on the Swampert, technically might have helped, but like you didn't have anything low enough in health because you killed your own dude. That's the one bit that I'm like, I know you needed bench space, so it's like I understand why. I think that's what ended up actually making the trade more favorable for me in the end, because I'm like, well, now I need one less KO, because I didn't see... It's probably because I went first and actually got the Hydro Pump on turn 2. I didn't really see a way that I could feasibly beat this sort of thing, because it's a single prizer. I don't have enough like energy really to get enough attacks off for the most part onto that sort of thing. But also spell tag and everything, right? Like the fact of you actually do kill me as a single prizer because of weakness and like all the damage counter placing, I'm just like, how do I even win this? You know, it just looked impossible. But I guess going first and getting an attack on turn 2 that actually does take a knockout is obviously pretty strong. Yeah, so do you want to go over your ones first, and then I can discuss this monstrosity?
Well, the first one we played is a very funny deck that involves Stunfisk damage scaling to hell. If you have damage counters on your own Pokemon, which Spiritomb gladly provides and Rainbow Energy also enables.
Yep.
And we also have some of the lovely Beast Box stuff in here as well, because it's just good.
Mm-hmm. Katana in particular could have been sort of annoying against Super Boost Energy at the very least if it had to happen later on. Because this is predominantly a single prize deck, so like yes, I probably would have being able to get a KO into Dene at some point there, but largely this is a single prize thing, so it's again pretty difficult to trade into with my build.
Starting Dedenne is not ideal.
No, it really isn't. Damage Mover is a hilarious card in this deck that doesn't exist in like anything else, but because you want your damage to be particularly spread on everything, you do get to play a card like this, which is funny. Hisuian Zoroark in the future actually does a very similar thing with a very similar sort of card to be able to put damage counters around your board where you want. The reason this is an auto loss is because of Honchkrow-GX. If this ever gets into the active, I basically can't attack, especially when I prize my welder like I did in that game. So it's like, this effectively is just an auto win, because if it's active, I can't play special energy. And that is the one thing that my deck can do, is play special energy. So that's basically why we had to switch off of this one.
And this is Tina Tags and all of its monstrosity.
Yeah, one of my lesser favorite sort of decks to go for. It's not my least favorite ever, but I do have a bit of a vendetta against this one just because the Giratina is. We've seen this a little bit before, but my god, this card is just annoying to exist. If you thought Sableye was bad for the like pushing out things in Lost Box, pushing out other like single prize sort of stuff in Modern, this was more or less the progenitor of it in Modern, because yeah, this guy's a single prizer that comes back all the time, pretty much one-shots any other single prizer that's available. It's got reliable acceleration in Malamar in order to be able to do that constantly, and it's just so frustrating because it's like it's all resources on board too. There's basically no way of combating the thing. Even less so when Guzma rotates as well, because then your only Gust is Custom Catcher. This deck is also single price, so even Cosmic Eclipse's Great Catcher doesn't do anything in here either. There's nothing to target, so yeah, and it just bullies out every other single price thing. 130 is not enough to one-shot absolutely all of them, but it is for the ones that are in its weight tier, right? Like any basic gets one-shot, and anything that doesn't kind of falls to the spell tag that you equip to it as well, which, considering Field Blower gets rotated, is also a huge problem for going against here. So yeah, it's got enough consistency. It's more consistent than most decks post-rotation because you still keep Mysterious Treasure. It's got the energy acceleration to just play off of the board the whole time, and it keeps coming back. There's like, if Lost City...
Sinister Serpent wishes it was Giratina.
Yeah, basically. This is like Sinister... What would happen if Sinister Serpent also burned your opponent for 1,000 every time it came back? That's pretty much Giratina, right? You know? But like, the thing is, with this guy just like, even just existing, it's like, this, if we had Lost City in this format, I probably wouldn't be as like down on this thing, because if we could just actually have a way of deleting this, it'd be fine. But the only way that we can do that is like, what's his face? There's a couple, I guess, like Lugia-GX technically, but that's horrendous to play now because it's
There's the Giraffe Rig.
Yeah, but the problem with that is it's an attack, which this will never be in the discard pile by the time it actually gets to do its thing.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
that's the issue. It only really works in the Koffagrigus variant, which is actively discarding them to loop the coming back damage.
Yep. Which has its own issues, not least of which that counter energy is rotating, but you know, it has its own issues.
Bench space is miserable in that deck.
But yeah, this is one of the standard Malamar variants that we'd see. It's loosely, I mean, it's based on other stuff that I've shown beforehand in testing things, but the main champion of this at the time was Noah Sawyer, who was like top 16 at NAIC with a list that's not too dissimilar to this. Yeah, he was the main one who actually made this sort of thing work at the time. Comes back in a big way in next format too, because Psychic weakness is actually relevant to hit again. So yeah, it even has a good matchup against some of the tag teams that come out next set. So
Mew Mew does not like this.
Espeon Deoxys gets one shot by it.
Is the dual rise psychic or lightning?
It's lightning. Raichu and Raichu is one of the prominent parts of Pikarom going forward. Yeah. No, the only reason I don't like this deck is because it pushes out every other, like, single prize thing. This was one of the, like, worst matchups for me to play with my Raichu deck in Cosmic Eclipse, because it's like, what do I do against this, right? But then again, it does get pushed out a bit by ADP in the future, so, like, take that as you will.
Which isn't exactly great for the game either.
Nope, it is not. Meanwhile, because Pepper couldn't play today and hasn't like played this yet anyway, I had to do.
Special.
I had to. With this being our third game today as well, it's like let's just do the funny Mimi thing. So yeah, we saw it entirely as the game went through. Nidoqueen lets you search out non-GX, non-EX Pokemon and puts them into hand. That can search out Pokemon V for what it's worth. Not gonna matter, but like it's funny.
Ew.
It's funny, right? Because it's not non-rule box.
Oh hey, here's Zacian.
Yeah. And then we've seen quite a lot of triple acceleration from your decks today, but this is another one that like absolutely abuses the heck out of it, because triple colorless energy is what it needs to attack for the most part. So yeah. Oh, you were saving this one for me because you played Meganium already? That's fine. I just hadn't like done too much with this sort of Meganium yet.
I don't think
so.
I've had a winning game against Meganium.
Man, it's brutal to think about, isn't it? But yeah, like this
really strong.
It is. Yeah, like this thing searches out everything you want from the deck. The Nidoran female is actually worth noting as well because it's got Call for Family. One of the reasons we like it's Joe Bernard's version of the deck that plays like the Welder Triple Fire Energy. One of the reasons we like this actually is because you can do a 1 energy Call for Family on turn 1 if you go second. So like you can get another basic onto the bench, which is pretty good. You're probably losing one when the opponent gets their first turn anyway, so you know, it's nice to see that. And then yeah, we got Meganium that can effectively rare candy once per turn, but it also does it immediately as opposed to like its old school rare candy rather than the new thing where you can't do it on the same turn. So this lets you recover very quickly off the stuff, and Swampert is your draw engine. Can also function very well as an attacker as well. In the video that Joe put out on this deck, he played against 2 Reshizard decks, and this thing was obviously amazing into both of them. Hydro Pump with the Super Boost Energy gets a 1-shot for 3 prizes, so this can be a viable attacker. It's 160, so if you can Guzma in the Dedenne, that's also a 2-prize KO, right? And yeah, the fact that Power Lariat can scale up to 260 damage with your full evolution bench. You've got the 1 choice band in here as well to cap above the big tag teams and stuff. So like you kill Pikarom naturally, you've got higher power to deal with the Reshizards and stuff, you've got a typing matchup that you can play there as well. And so long as you're taking more prizes than you have energy in the deck, you're going to be fine, right? But effectively, every time you play a triple acceleration energy, you're taking at least 1 prize, right? That's the idea. So it's pretty solid. There's a couple of things that look really weird in here. There was initially 3 Great Balls, but I took one of them out for a Pokécom, because although you do just want to have a ton of Pokemon available, first off, you really want basics down more than anything, right? And like sometimes you're going to end up having like a basic, but you really need the evolution. So I took out 1 Pokegear and 1 Great Ball to fit in the Ultra Ball as a guaranteed way of getting to like Meganium or Swampert or something, and then the Pokécom as well for a little bit more consistency. Great Ball looks weird, but again, it's just like you really just want any Pokemon, but you also want more access to basics on turn 1. 4 Nest Ball is great, but if that's all that you've got, you might struggle a little bit if you haven't like opened more than 1 basic, right? So it's just another thing that you can greens for on turn 1 to try and get like if you've already, you don't have another Nest Ball in deck or something. Speaking of greens, it looks hella weird in a deck that has abilities, right? But only the evolved Pokemon have abilities, and once you've got the evolution stuff going, you can power draw the greens away, right, and draw free from that. So this is here to get your Nest Balls early, to get your rare candies on turn 2, to get yourself set up, right? it's discard fodder after that. But I mean, these decks often played like Elm's Lecture or something, right? As a same sort of thing. We used to play Bridget a lot in like 3-4 Bridget in the Zora deck for the same purpose, right? So it's an interesting sort of like fix there. But otherwise, Lily for the early draw as well. If you don't get the greens turn 1, Lily is an excellent substitute. Tantalizer is an additional switch card in here more than it is the shuffle draw, but it can be used for consistency as well. But Tantalizer...
This is also why it's in the Tina tags.
Yep, because sometimes you do just need to like promote Malamar so you can accelerate to the benched Giratina and then Tantalize the Malamar switch. That's, yeah, that's the same sort of bit here. So we have the 1 of that, the 2 Guzma for, that's all we've got space for really, but like, you often don't care too much whether you're about exactly what you're hitting, but sometimes you do need to precision strike like I did around the spell tag at the end, right? So there is that. 1 Welder free fire energy looks incredibly sus, and well, it kind of is, but the idea is that into single prize matchups, you only ever really need like the 1 turn for this, but like Welder double attach plus the fire in hand, if you can get it all going, then you can get the Power Lariat without having to have triple acceleration. And you can only play 4 triple acceleration energy, so unless you're going to go like Oranguru resource management, which then puts you behind in the prize trade and you probably lose against single prizes anyway doing that, you really don't have much of a better option, right? Like, you've got 1 super boost. If you can survive the turn, then maybe you can get 2 attacks with that, but it's not likely in these sorts of prize trade sort of things, and there's no chance against this deck. Because again, if I put super boost on the active and it like Swampert to Hydro Pump kill you, all you do is just put 3 of the damage counters and spell tag onto the Swampert, right? And then you just kill it anyway. So there's no real way of getting 6 attacks if you don't have access to enough fire here. And yeah, Guru just dies to Shadow Impacts in one go, so like, that's not a viable solution here. So we have to kind of like try and engineer this, but by the time you get this sort of board going, it's like you've got 2 power draws every turn, you've got the deck fitting of Queen's Call, you've got the, you know, you've already kind of gone through a lot of the deck by that stage. It's not too difficult to conceive of a way of like engineering this to happen. We've got the Power Pad in here to recycle the Welder if we have to discard it early, so like it's fine. I think you can handle it. So that's kind of neat. And then the last bit in here to note is the Box Grit. This is largely used over Rescue Stretcher to get the energy back more than anything, but it's also a good Power Pad target potentially as well. This deck doesn't do very well into stall in general, but with 1 Power Pad, Box Grit, and the triple fire energy, you at least stand like half a chance of being able to attack a bit more. So, you know, it's there. It's not too bad. And yeah, sometimes you do have to like discard energy early, or I mean, you are gonna sometimes discard energy to Heat Factory as well to get extra draws. So having Box Grip plus Power Pad, you've got 2 shots at doing the whole Welder thing. Seems okay. Speaking of, Heat Factory is in here specifically because of this motherfucker down here, right? If you don't have a Stadium Bounce in this deck, Wondrous Labyrinth is going to make your attacks cost 4 energy instead of 3, and at that point you can't attack. Yeah, you can't attack at that point. So you have to have at least 1 Stadium Bounce, and you might although, like, you have a good matchup into Fire anyway, so you don't necessarily care about Heat Factory against them. And you would rather have like draw power than basically any other stadium in here. So, like, I guess the other best one might be Brooklet Hill, because you could search out Mudkip, but that's still kind of meh, to be honest. I think I'd rather just have the Heat Factory and potentially draw into my stuff a bit better. So, yeah, gotta play something. That's the way it is. So. Yeah, this might be like one of the memeiest decks in the format with this stuff, but it did actually, like, I think there weren't lists for it, but there were a couple of events this actually did well in. You see a cute Pokemon on VGC? I am going to have to look at the VGC stuff soon. I'm not going to be able to stay awake for all of the rounds, but I will have to have a look at that in a minute. Yeah, I think this deck actually did get some events. Like, it did top a little bit. I haven't got the page up at the moment, but I'm gonna just like go through some of the limitless stuff again real quick to see. But yeah, it's like, it's surprisingly solid if it doesn't brick. We did see like probably the best side of it today, but man, this deck can certainly brick. It is a triple stage 2 deck after all. You're not necessarily going to get this kind of thing to happen every time, but yeah, it was talked about a lot. It was something you would see on the ladder here and there as well, and it's a lot of fun. Probably not so much to be on the receiving end of if it actually goes full kilt, but I think that same could be said about a lot of decks, right? Yeah, I'm just like briefly looking to see. I know there was at least one thing. I'm sure there's like no list for it, but I don't remember where it was from at this point. It is quite a while back. But yeah, I think that's a reasonable, like, first look into the Unbroken Bonds stuff. There's still plenty of decks to showcase with it here. We've got even things like the Reshizard obviously didn't show up today at all. I have the deck for that next time round. The Pikarom is still potentially playable. That deck is still very good. It was second place at NAIC. Speaking of which, there's a Zoroark deck which ended up like Zoroark Dugong is pretty interesting, that one there. And Baby Blacephalon is probably the other most interesting one that we haven't seen yet, isn't it? Because that deck goes so far so quickly. So, but
Blissey without gambling.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Less damage, but
theoretically more damage if yeah, because you don't have
I
to.
mean, just flip heads for head.
Yeah. literally just flip 4 of them. Kill Magikarp Wailord as well. Yeah, that is good show of the first bit. For now, on YouTube side, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this has been interesting enough. And yeah, we'll have more videos of this format, obviously, because, God, we don't necessarily want to go into rotation just yet. So, yeah, let's have some fun with nest balls and stuff like that while we can, yeah.